Hi everyone, welcome again to Mad Libs Archaeology Mad Libs Friday. Let's give a minute or so to see if some people join us. But if you are unfamiliar with Mad Libs, they are funny stories or short stories where we take out different words. I'll make sure I see everybody here. Or we take out individual words and replace them with random words of the same part of speech or the same type of word, and then we see what kind of crazy and zany story we end up with. So I'll make sure I can see everybody. Should they... Facebook. There we are. Okay. Perfect. All right, so now I can see you if you write in with some of these parts of speech. So last week's story, no, I can't read it. So I can read last week's story, but I don't have it. So we'll start with today's story. This is the second installment of the Archaeology Interactive Mad Libs. And last week we met Mary. She was excited to go on her very first excavation that she's ever done. And she was getting ready. And today she's there and she's arrived and she is going to start doing some digging. So why don't I get us started off? There's a few people there. I can see you, that you're around. So I need a noun. So that's any person, place, or thing that we could put into this noun space. Anybody would like to give me one? I can see two people, which may be my parents, sitting on the screen, are here. So give me some nouns. And I'm gonna give everybody a few seconds while I chitter chatter. And if you don't give me one in the next 10 seconds, I'm going to come up with one for myself. All right, let's go with it. I am going to say for the noun, looking around my space, tower. Tower is a noun. So let's put in tower. Our next one is a plural noun. So basically a noun with an S on the end. We need a plural noun. Anybody? We are looking for a plural noun to plunk into our first excavation Mad Lib. And let's make it cats. My office mate for the past almost 2 weeks has been Pickle the cat. How about a verb? So that is a action, a verb. There we go. Okay, now I can see them. So a verb. Facebook is thwarting me all the time, but I can see it now. Well, one of those early ones was truck, and trucks drive, so I'm going to make it drive. I'll use the words that have already been given. And we need another noun, and I see house on the screen. And how about an adjective? Oh, that doesn't work. I don't know. How about an adjective? So that is something that describes a noun, like a color or something like sparkly or silly or all these things that might describe any sort of type of noun. And I'm going to go with sparkly. I was playing with filters earlier and I thought maybe I should be sparkly for today, but I decided against it. And a verb, another verb. How about a verb? Verbs are actions again. Oh, this is not working very well. There we go. I don't know. Singing. Singing is a verb. And an adjective, smelly. I'm gonna have to keep refreshing because they're not popping up. I think the internet is getting overloaded with all of the people that are on the internet right now, all over the world, in this weird time. And another adjective, winding. That's an adjective. A street can be winding. How about another noun? Black. Just come up. And how about a name? We need a name of a person. And I'm going to choose one from the people who are giving me things here. So we'll put Ian. There we go. And then we have another noun. Another noun. Just keep sending them in. Let's keep refreshing. But I'll pick through them. We need another noun. Not sure why this isn't working. A box. And another noun. A lot of nouns here. A lot of things sort of made sense in my story this week, just to take out the nouns. Or at least those was where it would be funny. All right. Yeah, not working at all. Dog. A dog is a noun. And then a verb, we have dance. And another noun is a hospital. And our name, which we have Ian again. And a verb is any type of verb. We have a noun coming out from the museum. We need a verb. Verb is an action. Any action of doing something. Well, now something came up on my screen. Oh, now we're thinking. Okay, let's think. And the verb is to write. So let's do write. I think that's wrote. It's past tense. All this. Oh, I shouldn't read you the story. An adjective is glow. Glowing. And another adjective is slow, like the internet. And another name, oh, that is our same name, so we would put Ian in there again. And another verb is jump. So let's jump in our verb space here. And then another adjective is, let's see, wrinkled. And another plural noun, I see pockets there. So we'll put pockets in. I don't know what's happened to my computer. We're getting nothing. And Ian again. Oops, I should fix that. And a plural noun. Plural noun is, they haven't coming through. A plural noun is curls. Let's do that, curls. Curls is in hair. And another plural noun is cars. And our last noun which is a hospital. Did I use hospital already? No, I didn't. Let's use hospital. All right. So, internet problems aside, here is how our first excavation for young Mary is going to go. So, we have Mary arrived on the archaeological tower for her first day of cats. The sun had only just risen, and they wanted to get as much driving done as possible before the house got too sparkly for singing. She set down her smelly lunchbox and her winding water bottle. Then she picked up her, that should be a noun. She picked up her scissors and walked over to her dig partner, Ian, who was standing next to a box hanging on a dog. Her job was going to be dancing hospitals from the ground into the sifter while Ian wrote all the soil to look for glowing artifacts as he went. It was slow work, that worked, and Mary and Ian were starting to jump in the wrinkled sun, which was now rising high above their pockets. So far, Ian had found lots of curls and twigs and quite a few cars, but so far, no artifacts. Then Ian shouted in excitement and held up a piece of hospital for Mary to see. So there's our silly story. And once again, this is available on our website, so you can print it off and do your own, put in your own words with your children or with your friends. They are always fun and always personal, which makes them really nice. So here's the real story. Here's the proper story as it's supposed to be. Mary arrived on the archaeological site for her first day of excavations. The sun had only just risen, and they wanted to get as much work done as possible before the day got too hot for working. She set down her rainbow lunchbox and her big water bottle. Then she picked up her shovel and walked over to her dig partner, Pierre, who was standing next to a big sifter, which is like a sieve, hanging on a tripod. Her job was going to be shoveling dirt from the ground into the sifter while Pierre sifted all the soil to look for small artifacts as they went. It was tough work, and Mary and Pierre were starting to sweat in the hot sun, which was now rising high above their heads. So far, Pierre had found lots of rocks and twigs and quite a few worms, but so far, no artifacts. Then Pierre shouted in excitement and held up a piece of pottery for Mary to see. The end. So that is the story of Mary's first day on site. And I've got a couple of corrections to make to the one I posted, but we will get that up and it'll be available very, very shortly. And you are welcome to do your own Mad Libs and take a photo or scan it and send it to us. Share it. We would like to see them. And we'll do another one next week. We have more videos coming to you this afternoon and next week. Heather will be at Victoria Park this afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Time to talk about the archaeological site that is there in downtown London. It's a very interesting site. So be sure to tune into that. And I will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.